the greatest little internet radio show, Blow the Whistle. Always live on SportsSoundChicago.com and on Twitch at SportsSoundShy. Tyler Butterball Beaverball.
I knew this kid was going to be a complete meth, a youth mess. Not meth. See, I think he needs to go to Allstate because when you're covered by mayhem, you'll be better protected.
Andrew Pepe Valentin.
How can you say that high school's sports is not about business when the IMG Academy, who is supposed to be a legitimate high school, goes for $1.25 billion?
David Double D Dykstra.
Hope and pray to God that Jordan Love twists his ankle so bad that you get to see this godforsaken mess that is Sean Mother Trucking Cliff.
Nick No Gimmicks Johnston.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I mean, Josh Allen had the same stat line as Lamar Jackson. You're not getting him any fuss. He literally has one less touchdown than Lamar Jackson, and you're not saying anything.
Tyler Beaterbach, Andrew Valentin, David Dykstra, and Nick Johnson. Your greatest little internet radio show everywhere you go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is officially fall, as far as I'm concerned here, ladies and gents. Brisk, crisp, nice days are coming. No longer the 95, gentlemen. But
I was over the heat.
Yeah, same.
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
And darn, David Dykstra. David Double D Dykstra is not here with us, ladies and gentlemen. He
looks good on camera right now.
He has, unfortunately, some car issues that came about.
Yeah.
Some maybe that could have been addressed sooner, but
I'm under the bus while he's trying to fix his car. Jeez Louise. Come on.
It's fair. We're glad you're okay, David. We love you, buddy. We wish you were here, so hopefully we'll catch you.
Just glad you're safe.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
No serious injury in the little fender bender.
Absolutely, buddy. And we will see you when you get back.
The poor stormtrooper, though.
Yes.
Took a hit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Bam.
Poor.
Oh, man.
Poor new one. But folks, in the Twitch pages as well. That's youtube.com/sportsdownshy and twitch.tv/sportsdownshy, where you guys can comment, listen to us, give us all the good feedback and everything. As we got the NFL Week 5, we're going to recap on that. Plus, college football had a crazy Week 6 we got to talk about.
And I missed it.
It was insane. And obviously then we'll maybe get into some off the rails as well to kind of spool it all out for the Monday show. So on top of that as well, ladies and gentlemen, too, make sure to follow us on all the podcasting platforms as well. If you want to listen to us afterwards, we always get the podcast out there. We're on every single podcasting platform except for QuadPod, because I don't think that exists anymore.
Yeah, they forgot to pay the bills.
Yeah, they didn't pay the bills, so they're out.
Lights have been out, I think.
But yeah, iHeart, Spotify, you name it, we got it, ladies and gentlemen. So
I like that.
Gentlemen, this off with big time win, 36-10 against the Carolina Panthers at home. And my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, you should be in high spirits if you're a Bears fan, because your young rookie quarterback Caleb Williams came to play. 20 of 29, 304 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 126 quarterback rating. Absolutely spectacular look by Caleb Williams. Even added some yards on the ground as well to help the team cap out. Overall, I would say a good 97% of this game, that team looked solid against Carolina, who obviously is fairly weak. But Nick, I'll start with you, my man. Just give me your thoughts right now for the Bears getting this pretty big victory for themselves going into the season.
They beat him down so bad they had to bring Bryce Young back in. That's how good it was. No, here's the thing. It was a ton of positives. Still a lot of things they can clean up for sure. But I really like what just about everything that I saw on the following drive.
Mm-hmm.
So all around, very solid. I mean that turnover that hit on Tremble. I hope he's okay. The tight end.
Oh,
that was absolutely brutal. What a smack! But
they went to commercial break so fast on that like they didn't resume of what happened or talked about it.
They were afraid of what would
came back. They came back from commercial with walking with him to the back. So he got
that was nasty.
He's going to probably be at concussion protocol for a bit. But all around, besides the opening drive, giving that to Carolina, I mean that was just. With a Chuba Hubbard, 38-yard rush for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That was the only blemish, and then that was right at the beginning of the game. So other than that, good to go. Fantastic all around, and exactly that is what David pointed out. They push the tempo. Mm-hmm. Caleb looks very, very, very comfortable. Yes. He looks very comfortable throughout the entire game, I thought, but maybe his best drive was probably a minute left after Eddie Pinheiro, which it could have also been a revenge game for him, actually, too.
Yeah, I completely forgot he was on the team, to be quite honest. I forget he's the kicker there.
Yeah, after he missed the field goal with a minute left, he tossed another touchdown to DJ Moore. That's what I thought. That might have been their best drive of the entire game. It was very quick, bing, bang, boom.
It was the quick 2-minute offense, just kind of driving down, taking advantage of the missed field goal.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was good. I mean, overall, this game, like we've said every week, is that we're seeing a little bit more and more Caleb Williams, a lot more positive. And I said against the Rams, to me, that was one of Caleb's best games this year because he played smart, protective football. Mm. He did the same thing, and he threw some beautiful numbers on the board as well. I mean, the Chicago checkmarked all the boxes. They got the pass game going. They got the run game going. I mean, Caleb was dishing the ball out to everybody, which is great. You love to see that from a rookie quarterback. And the defense was just pounding it too. And obviously it's against a team like Carolina Panthers, but like I was saying to people, like, this is a score that I wouldn't say a great team, but a good team should be putting up against one of the bottom on the totem pole in the NFL. Yeah. I mean, yes, it's against the Carolina Panthers, but we're not talking about a 17-10 win against the Panthers. Like, they demolished them. Like, we even got to see some Tyson Bagent. I'm a little upset that his stats for the game was 3 carries for -4 yards.
I think he was just in for the knees.
No, I know. But I'm like, I would have loved to see some Bagent man going on. But I mean, no, this is exactly what we as fans and every Chicago Bears fans wants to see in Caleb Williams. Like, yes, did they start off the way that everyone wanted them to? No. But you were seeing progress every week. And if you look at the chart of his QBR rating and everything like that, it's just going up and up and up and up and up. So I don't think this is right now. Caleb's proving that there's just showing that there's no ceiling yet. Like, he's still improving and looking a lot better in the professional level. And this was a win that they needed because they're going to be having a tough stretch coming up. I think after their bye week.
Yeah, their bye week is where they have a long list of teams that either made the playoffs last year or look like they're going to be playoff bound.
And this was a win that they needed to take advantage of these type of wins until you hit that brutal road.
And I know we'll probably dive into it, but I'm glad the Jags got a win this week, so that's not like another narrative going into this London game. Like, oh, well, the completely defeated Jaguars would be on the Bears' shoulders to make them sure they're defeated. No, now they'll be on their little high, and then they'll come back down, and then they'll realize, oh yeah, it's the Bears again. So
right.
Well, and it's
not a Joe Flacco-led Colts. Who, I mean, kept him on the road. That was
it's a confidence booster also for the fans too. I mean, you can tell from just you guys talking, like, has there been confidence in this team? Of course there has, but now you can clearly go, okay, but we've seen now more of what you expect from your quarterback and what you expect from this offense. The high tempo, high paced offense, stuff we've seen from like Cincinnati in the 80s, Bills in the 90s, right? Houston in the 90s, that run and shoot, quick, fast style pace, get to the line of scrimmage, don't let the defense think, don't let them get set and go. That certainly seems to be his benefit. He's a fast moving kind of guy. Maybe he's just better processing when things are kind of under. He seems like a guy who's like pressure's on, he delivers.
And I think this is one of the things that he talked to Waldron about, because the captains and the rest of, like, a lot of the team members, they had a meeting and then talked to Waldron. And that's a good sign for me, feeling a little bit better, because I know we're starting to have our question marks on Shane Waldron. Like, oh no, is this going to be another situation where it's Nagy's offense and you're going to run it like how Nagy wants it? Or this is Getsy's offense. You're going to run it how Getsy wants it. It looks like Waldron is actually becoming open to being like, okay, if this is what you feel more comfortable with, let's run it this way and let's try it out. And like I said, and in that last drive before the missed field goal, that's when we started seeing it more, and it's just up tempo and it's fast. And I would say one of the most professional plays that Caleb made was that second passing touchdown to DJ Moore, where you saw that he was faking out the safeties by looking right and then quickly looked to the left and just just threw a dart. So I mean, seeing that from a rookie making that check down by throwing the safeties off and then going back to your primary receiver, that was a 100% a professional quarterback move. And that was what really raised my confidence. I'm like, okay, this kid's starting to get it. He's learning and he's coming along. He's adjusting more into the professional than the college era of football. Quarterbacking.
No, yeah. I think he's always had it. I think it's just you're starting your NFL season off. It's going to be very hard to suddenly jump into it and go, okay, like you have to like process everything, get ready, go. Like that's not easy to do, of course. So for him, things I think are starting to slow down a little bit. You're starting to get, again, this is Carolina, yes, they're a bad team, all that stuff, but even still, he's a rookie. You would expect still mistakes, and he had some mishaps here and there, some bad throws, stuff like that. But overall, for what he did, he looked like the quarterback you expected to draft number 1 overall. I mean, between him and Jaden Daniels, both of them have looked like the kind of guys that you expected them to be. Be looking at the defense, being able to scan through, find the open man, get the ball out there. Again, mistakes are going to happen, but overall, you're looking at two teams that are like, hey, we have culture. We have whether identity's there, I think is still kind of a question on both, but you can see something's building up to where they can be something and be like, this is who the Bears are. This is who Washington is. And that's good for the Bears. You need to find who you are. I think they're on the right path.
Yeah, back when the argument was, hey, is Jaden Daniels going to be better or is Caleb Williams going to be better? Now, for the people that said, I think they can both do well.
Yeah. Well,
that argument's looking pretty solid.
Yeah. Tyler, you were the one that we were talking.
I said 1A, 1B.
Yeah, 1A, 1B, which I think most of us were saying probably around draft time. Like it was not a clear cut, he's the number 1 pick. It just felt like he was the number 1 pick because I think you look at his body of work, you saw what he was able to accomplish. There was a lot that you could be said for one or the other, right? And for Caleb Williams, it's just like a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. But ultimately, I think either one of them would have gone one or the other. I think you would have been okay.
Yeah.
The story just might have been a little different depending on who's with who and who signs what and all that stuff.
And then the narrative too that's getting a little was getting a little out of hand. It's like, yes, Jaden Daniels was off to a much bigger jump in his rookie year than Caleb is.
Right.
But it's not like Caleb is looking like a complete bust. It's not like Bryce Young from last year where he just was getting nothing done, and just being he was getting killed out there.
Yeah.
Like Caleb Williams, like it was a slower, like he didn't throw for over 100 in his first game, and then neither for his second game. And then he threw for 300 in his third game, 150, and then another 300 today, which is the first time a rookie quarterback in Bears history has had multiple 300-yard passing games.
Bears. That's crazy.
So that's where I'm like, the narrative is just getting a little crazy because it's not like Caleb is absolutely throwing like 2 interceptions a game, not even getting up there in 100-yard passing. So it's just all process.
Another clean game for the Bears. And this is what I was kind of pointing out the other day. It's just as long as the Bears can win the turnover battle, that's all. That's all it really is, because the defense is solid still. I mean, they're 4 sacks. They had another couple turnovers, obviously. So It's consistent, and that's where the defense needs to keep doing. Keep causing turnovers and takeaways.
Speaking of defense, Gervon Dexter, he has been on a tear. Like
He's showing up.
That's one of the picks that is starting to pay off that Ryan Poles made.
It took him a while, but he's getting there. The only thing I would say for the concern on the defense is just giving up the run, because obviously right now running backs are kind of breaking loose a little bit, it seems, every once in a while. I mean, obviously Derrick Henry is a different kind of animal, so he separates from the rest. But like, that's the only thing I would say is that man front in terms of those guys inside. But for the rest of the game, they were fine.
Yeah.
But the other, I will say this though, Tremaine Edmonds is starting to be not a concern, but I'm starting to like throw like questions to the wind, if you will. Like, they'll get blown back maybe in my face, I'm sure, but like, it just doesn't feel like he's maybe performing up to par, because you paid him a lot of money. You would hope he'd be a top linebacker, and I feel like TJ Edwards has just done a lot more of the carrying the load, if you will, as far as the linebacking core goes. But they have the guys around them that obviously can kind of pick up the pace. So.
Yeah, I mean, Edmonds not playing up to par of what was expected.
Yeah,
I still think he's doing a pretty solid job being like that Mike out there, and then having TJ Edwards along with him. Like
they're a good 1-2 punch.
Exactly, and then the fact they paid both of those guys compared to what you would have paid for Roquan Smith.
Right.
Obviously, Roquan Smith is a fantastic middle linebacker.
It's still a great deal because it's less money. So for two solid players.
I just really enjoyed seeing in the little graphic on the bottom, like throughout the entire second quarter, Andy Dalton was still throwing for like 8 yards passing. Basically. So
it was I know. He was like
very fun to see.
It was at one point he was like 4 for 6 for like 6 yards or something like that.
It was they were caught. There was a ton of pressure. Jaquan Brisker on that one play.
He's amazing.
I pulled it earlier, but I forgot the announcers. I love the hot mic. So did you guys hear the hot mic?
Oh yeah.
There's nothing fire. Effing fire. I know. That was apparently there's a fire.
Yeah.
Someone call the authorities.
I even want to point out Bill Murray. The guy that came in. He actually, in his 37 snaps, no hurries, no sacks, no hits or pressures allowed, no penalties. He played a clean, really good game for kind of getting thrown in there late in the game. And so, I mean, obviously, is he going to be starting soon? Probably not. Right. But it's good to have another guy that can back it up, because again, there's still a lot of question marks on this offensive line. And then Tevin Jenkins was announced that he's going to be traveling to London, but I mean, we're just going to have to see on Sunday if he's going to be in there, because that's another question mark that they're going to have to look at.
It's highly questionable, I think, right now is where his status is at. But look, this is great ground to kind of stand on, I think, for the Bears, right? This is their opportunity to kind of stake a flag in there and say, okay, we haven't yet arrived, but we're getting to the point where there's momentum being built, like we've said, right? And you go into this London game now, you have an opportunity to, I mean, the Washington game now that I thought was going to be maybe a smooth ride, maybe not be as smooth, we'll see, but you have definitely an opportunity to stay in the win column, have a good season, finish out, be at the same level, if not maybe better than where you were last year. Because we all know this is going to be by comparison on, well, what is Justin Fields and the Steelers doing? What is Jaden Daniels doing? How does C.J. Stroud do? Yeah. But I think we've all kind of said it in one way or another. You have to tear that stuff away, I think, and just look at him and say, he is a singular, by himself quarterback. What can he do? Not compare him to everyone else.
I just keep hearing also this narrative like, oh, should we people are like afraid to like call these must-win games. At this point in time in this division, the way everyone keeps winning, all of these are must-win games. Every single game is a must-win game. So you need to look at everything from out now and then everything the back half. These are all must-win games. You want to contend and actually get into the playoffs, whether it's winning the division or just getting a wild card.
Yeah, it's going to be at the end, I think, for all of them. This is going to come down to the wire, I think, for a lot of them. I don't think anyone's really going to make a win every way possible.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. And none of this season makes sense. Somehow, and I don't know how. I don't know how that happened. So, but we're going to get into the rest of the NFL season right here. So many big games, so many big matchups to talk about. That's coming up right next here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's Hot Dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com. Bring that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Maybe that was money. Tell me that wasn't money.
Yo, check us out. We are the go-to guys. I'm your boy Space.
I'm your boy MC.
Check us out every Thursday
from 4 to 5 p.m.
We spitting all facts, all sports, all day.
Yes, sir. Who else you going to go to in the clutch?
Lillard, long-range three, and it's good!
Keeping you up to date with all the latest sports news.
We are
the go-to guys.
Where else you going to get all your sports news from?
You know.
SportsTownChicago.com.
And welcome back, everybody. Here to Blow the Whistle on Twitch.tv. Nope, wait. SportsOutChicago.com.
Oh, yeah.
Twitch. I'm Andrew Valentine. I'm here with Tyler Buterball and Nick Johnson. No, David Dykstra. He's doing some things right now. And we just got done talking about the Bears.
proven to be a different animal. No, this Browns defense, this Browns know the pull apart and to save at this point. There's a couple pieces you can probably move, but there's no identity. There's no setup. I mean, everyone there's nothing going right with this team.
It's looking a lot similar to what the decade of the Browns being
however,
the pit of the NFL.
However, one move, if they start Jameis Winston, I think
that might be the catalyst.
It's as simple as that. I think there's a lot of people on this team that love him, love his mindset.
Yeah.
And as corny as he might be, and for some people, it could still work out. And there might not be Super Bowl contender right away.
Right.
But you can kind of get the dirt out of the carpet,
right?
As, if this was like a dirty hotel room or something like that. All right, let's start off with this side. Let's start off with this section of the room.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's clean it up a little.
And kind of like how we talked about it, where you can see that the rest of the Browns team is not backing up Watson at all.
Exactly.
Like, I forgot who said it, but he was trying to. Watson was trying to pick up one of his linemen.
Nick pointed it out where the guy. Where Watson went to go try and pick up this offensive lineman's hand and he swatted it away.
Yeah.
And I saw that too. I saw that on
flag. Anyone else that knows the behind the scenes should know that him being there is a massive issue. And obviously you can't just let him go because you're going to be taking a big divot in that money.
Right.
But right now you got to make a QB change. You got to throw Winston out there. I think the city of Cleveland would love seeing Jameis Winston.
Absolutely.
Like my cousin, he's a Browns fan. Like I hate the fact that they signed Deshaun Watson even before everything came out and paid him all that money. Like he's not he hates that part and he wants him gone like instantly, and I think that's the rest of Cleveland.
I still think about that Cleveland radio station that it went viral. I know we'll probably talk about another game after this, but when they went viral, it's like, all right, you'll know these numbers when I say them. He reads off Deshaun's QBR, and then he reads off Baker's QBR in week 1. I'm not doing this. It's the first call. I'm not doing Browns right now.
Yeah. And I agree with you, Tyler. And I think
just slowly him into the rush offense. I mean, right now they're split. It's Jerome Ford and Deontay Former splitting carries.
Yeah.
They're splitting time. So I and they're never in an opportunity to run the ball.
Right.
Because they're always down.
They're always
double
behind.
digit points. That's a big part of it.
There's a lot of like
The Browns
listen to them a couple wands around.
I'm not saying no fly list, but I'm saying he was there was a little like
sir, can you come over here, please?
Exclamation point next to his name. Like
do you know
stars?
Do you know who I am? Yes, we know.
Yeah.
We're very. Yeah.
He's got to be fuming right now.
He's got to
because-
be the first guy to go if they don't finish the shot outright.
I mean, yeah. I think it would be solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, they can't get the ball moving on the ground, and it wasn't a matter of like, oh, is it Braylon Allen or is it Brees Hall? I think it just Adams.
They may not. They don't have a choice at this point because Mike Williams.
But still, just a veteran presence there as well. That it isn't Allen Lazard or Mike Williams.
Somebody you can throw like the 5-yard out, like to get momentum because he's in yards. I think
in that game.
I'm pretty sure.
I
Like
believe.
he's not really should be your number 2 receiver. So
yeah, no. Tyler Conklin on 9 targets, 6 receptions, 55 yards. Allen, that was a majority of his yardage right there. I think it was like a 14-yard reception for the touchdown.
yeah, so
If anyone's wanting to
not get the ball moving on the ground at all, they were down 17-0 before you knew it. So
Yeah.
it's just
if they're wanting to get anything somewhat going or get back on track, they need to push for the Devontae Adams trade.
if they want to electrify that offense, he's the one player that nowhere at this point.
Yeah.
So you might as well get a veteran in there that'll say I can work with him to at least be a good compliment to Wilson. But you've got the ground, and then Aaron Rodgers has to throw, and then he's costing himself the game. And this is what Aaron hates to do, which is throw turnovers.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I don't know. I generally don't think the Jets playoffs, I think, are going to be out of the question here soon. Division certainly seems like it's out of sight right now for me.
it
too.
still could be Bills, even though they lost Holman. Little tippy tap. Was he out of
I
bounds?
thought it was in bounds.
I thought.
I really thought. I mean, it's tough to
They
talk.
zoomed in. I think
know.
he was out of bounds.
He might have. I felt like I just wanted him to. I like him, so I'm a little biased.
It made the game exciting for
Yes.
sure. But
You
yeah.
certainly could have said out of bounds, which is just like, oh no, here we go.
Again, being where they were, they probably still end up scoring a touchdown either way. So, but
Right.
just I don't know. It was a pretty fun game.
It kept that game
Yeah.
interesting, which is good to see because Houston looking good.
Just unfortunate again. Another hamstring. Nico Collins goes down after a 60-yard reception for a touchdown. So
Yeah,
they
that
cannot
hurts.
get away from the injury bug.
It's
My God.
Hamstrings are popping left and right.
It's the year of the hamstrings this year.
Seriously.
What, the Achilles last year?
Achilles last year, hamstring this year. Yeah, look, this week we saw some big surprises. We'll just hit on, I guess,
rapid fire. I can kind of.
Yeah, we can rapid fire on it. I mean, Cardinals pulled out one against the 49ers by the skin of their teeth in a way, just because poor performance all around from the offense, it felt like, but they still find a way to beat the Raiders.
That's like Green Bay coming back against the Rams.
Yeah,
I mean, that was huge because they looked like they were in deep doo-doo.
That was
and
good
then that second
momentum
half
for them.
And now it'll be again Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders.
Yeah. You got Jacksonville making it a barn burner against the Colts.
First win.
Jaguars to kind of get themselves back on. And
yeah, that came out of nowhere as well. That's gonna shake up that whole division got shaken up with the Niners and that Seahawks loss.
Absolutely. And then just rounded out Cowboys Steelers. I mean, Pittsburgh stayed in the fight through the very end, but Dak, as much as you want to knock him, he does do some miraculous things at times. And
he got the work done. I mean, the job done for sure.
Yeah, on that to the Cowboys. And congratulations to all the teams, obviously. Hopefully others, hope Chiefs, folks. I'm expecting a very good game out of this. But folks, when we come back,
Saints plus 5.5.
That's right. When we come back here, folks, we've got college football week 6. Madness on Saturday. SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue. It hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips on what to say to boys. That's 1-800-END-ABUSE. Teach early.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Hey, I'm Jesus Mauricio. Be sure to tune in every Friday to listen to Zeus Off the Bat, a baseball talk show from 1 to 2 p.m., where I'll be discussing and updating you on all things about baseball, news, predictions, reactions, and more about the Cubs, Sox, and everything across the league. Happens every Friday at 1 p.m. right here on SportsTownChicago.com. Don't forget to follow and share our Twitter and Instagram with your friends at Zeus Off the Bat. Zeus Off the Bat.
That's right. Folks, we're back. Blow the whistle. Here on Twitch. Sorry, and that's at SportsTownChicago.com. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us all. Blow to us. So one on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, of course.